Hi guys, welcome to another live trading video with Optionables. My name is Saket and today we are going to review the trades taken on 14th of June 2021. So again, today was a pretty flat day except for one point where our stop loss got triggered, and then that time we were pretty uncomfortable holding the positions. We didn't take any counter that time. Rather than that, we just exited everything because we had little higher quantity. So we just came out of everything, re-entered the trade, and finally booked some profits of around 1.05 lakhs. So we finally ended up recovering all the money that we had lost on Thursday, and tomorrow onwards it is again a fresh day. So let's see how the trading goes. Thank you so much for showing so much love and support to Optionables. So if you are liking the content, you can follow us on other platforms also. There's link to Instagram, Twitter as well as Telegram down in the description. So you can click that and join us and follow us there as well. Thank you so much guys. Hi guys, welcome to another trade review. So today is 14th of June and today we ended up making 1,05,000. So I will add 7,000 as brokerage, and you see that we come to a net profit of 98,000, and we recovered whatever we had lost on Thursday. So it took us 2 days to recover. We were good enough in restricting the loss to 1%, and it just took us 2 days and we are back. So now we have to still achieve around 1.5%, and we still have lot of days to do that. If we do it soon, we will slowly increase our target and see what we can do. So now we'll quickly review the trades taken today, and today we again traded mainly in Nifty. And there was one important thing which I want to tell you guys. So whatever we have told, whatever system we have given is for Nifty at 12:45 and BankNifty at 1 o'clock. Many people enter at 10 o'clock, many people enter at 9:30 and keep a 30% stop loss and tell that stop loss got triggered. So the thing is, whatever we have told is just only for 1 o'clock as well as 12:45. So if you are entering before, you will have to keep a different stop loss because 30% is a very narrow range, because after the market opens, it will be quite volatile. So 30% is a very narrow range. Post 1 o'clock, the market movement will be sort of restricted, and that's when it is better to have a shorter range stop loss. So that is one thing I wanted to tell. And today what we did is we actually started following the markets from 9:15, and the market just kept on falling. So we didn't hurry and enter the trade. So when the market actually bounced back, this is when we actually took our first trade around 9:45, 9:50. So this is when we entered our first trade. We ended up doing this is our first trade. We ended up doing a 15,650 short straddle. So this was the first trade, 15,650. And then what happened? Within some time, the market just started shooting up again. So what we did, we closed this entire 15,650 short straddle. So this was the first trade. So this entire thing was closed at a profit of 7,000, and we made second trade, which is a 15,700 short straddle. So I think this is pretty easy, nothing confusing. So first we entered a 15,650 short straddle, and as the market started shooting up, we exited this entire thing at a profit of 7k, and then we entered a 15,700 short straddle. So this 15,700 short straddle, we held it almost till somewhere close to 12:45, 1 o'clock. So around this time. So I will tell you what exactly we ended up doing here. So here the market went up, right? So this is where our third trade comes. So here you can see that I have shifted the entire straddle. I am not holding anything. 650 is completely out, and I have made my second trade a 15,700 short straddle. So I'll just clear the drawings now. So you can see here the market is heading towards 750. And now there is an imbalance. So now you guys only know if there is an imbalance and the stop loss has not been triggered, what adjustments do you do? You do a shift. But the thing here is, I am already at 15,700 CE and I am at 15,700 PE. So how do I make a shift? The stop loss is not yet triggered. How do I make a shift? So the premium is already imbalanced. So this is already around 97, whereas this is somewhere around 68. And this stop loss is going to come somewhere around 115. So what do I shift? How do I make a shift? So that is pretty simple. You exit 15,700 puts and you go to 15,750 puts. So this is how you make a shift. So the thing is, right here, so initially we did this shift, but when the market came down and bounced back up, we changed the calls also. So now we completely shifted from 15,700 to 15,750 puts as well as calls, 15,750 short straddle. So I will just clear this and I'll show that to you again. So this is the third trade which we took, or the shift which we did. So what we did, when the market went up here, we shifted from 15,700 puts to 15,750 puts. So my call was still at 15,700. So I had my calls like as it is. And when it came down and again went up, we shifted everything from 15,700 to 15,750 calls also. So this was a complete shift which we did. So initially when we shifted, the premiums were somewhere around 88 for 750 puts. It was around 88, and 750 calls was trading around 71, 68 to 71. So this was the premium, approximate premium which we had received. Now for the third trade. So when this happened, right, we had a profit of somewhere close to 80k. Then the markets came down and suddenly there was a big shot up. So when this shoot up was happening, our profits almost went to 1.4 lakh. But the thing is, not at this point, somewhere around this point, the profit went to 1.4 lakh. But later, suddenly we started going into a loss. So from 80k, so as the market shot up somewhere over here, the call leg stop loss obviously got triggered. And as the call leg stop loss got triggered, our profits fell all the way from 1.8 lakh to somewhere close to 20k. So you can see that there was such a big drop, and it was such a huge move that you didn't have enough time to react also. So the market just came down and suddenly there was a big move. Your profit just shot up from 80k to 1.4 lakh to 20k. And the stop loss got triggered, and as the move continued slightly, so this was the time when the PE leg started decaying because we no longer had CE leg. It had triggered the stop loss. The PE leg started decaying, and once we reached around 70k, I ended up booking everything. So all the legs were booked once we reached 70k. So there I ended my complete trade. I booked everything at 70k and I closed all the positions. So now there was no need to do further counter and all, because you might ask, why didn't you do a counter or why didn't you do adjustment? The simple reason is I had profits and I was not comfortable holding. So this we have mentioned couple of times also. If you are not comfortable holding a position, just come out of it, because you will get an opportunity to enter it later. So we came out of everything at a profit of 70k. Next, what happened? Here the market consolidated for a while, but during this time, so as the market consolidated around 2 o'clock, we entered fourth trade. So this is our fourth trade, which is 15,800 calls as well as 15,750 puts. And even though the market consolidated throughout, right? So there was some increase in IV which was happening till almost 2:30. So our profits fell from 70k to almost 25k. Nothing happened. The market absolutely didn't move anywhere, but there was increase in IV and our profits just fell from 70k to 25k. 2:30 was the time when I thought, okay, let me exit this. So what adjustment do you do when the stop loss is not triggered and you see the range going up higher? You do a shift. Correct. So that is the fifth adjustment which we did. We added additional quantity as well as we shifted everything from 750p to 15,800 short straddle. So which means I have 15,800 puts as well as calls. 11,000 quantity. Now I was at a profit of only around 30,000, 25 to 30,000, and here on we started recovering because there was some drop in IV, and as we moved towards the end, we actually ended up recovering somewhere close to, on top of this we ended up making around 75k, and net we ended with a profit of close to 105k. And I'm quickly going to show you the video also. Right, you can see here guys, initially I told the first trade was 15,650, so that entire thing has been exited at a 7,000 profit. Then I have entered 15,700 puts and calls, a short straddle at 15,700. We hold it for a long time, So you can see that I am still at 15,700 itself, and we have reached almost 70k. So I hold this for a long time, and then slowly as we approach 1 o'clock, I start shifting towards 15,750. So I'll show that. So you can see here, now we have approached 1 o'clock. And you can see that I have done so much of shifting towards 15,750. So from 700, I have almost shifted 8,400 quantity to 750. I still have around 2,000 quantity remaining. So as we move forward, I will just show that. So you can see I have kept stop loss for everything, and without stop loss, we don't initiate any trade. And you can see that quite clearly. Stop losses have been placed for everything. This is the point when the move actually starts. So you can see that we are at a profit of almost 80,000. So just keep an eye on this. I'll show you how the M2M shoots up when the market starts bouncing back. Also keep an eye on this particular thing. As the market starts to bounce, so let me go a little forward. So market is at 59. You can see that my profit is 1,43,000. The stop loss for this gets triggered at 102. At 102, everything is triggered, and as this goes to, you can see as it triggers, I am at a profit of only 37,000. And from here, as the P leg tends to fall, I come back. So finally, I end up booking everything when it was around 56, and I finally end up with a profit of almost 70k. And when I finished booking everything, I had 67,000 profit. So after everything is booked, as I told you, we end up entering another trade. So that is 800 CE as well as 750 PE. Now look at my M2M, look at the markets, okay? I'll show you that the market wouldn't have moved anywhere, but our M2M starts dipping because there will be increase in IV. So I'll show you that. So it's currently at 67k, right? This is where I take the entry. You can see the market is just at 78. Our M2M has already dipped to 62. You can see at this point, the market has just moved 10 points up, only 10 points up, and my M2M has come down to 38k from 67k. You can see that the market has just moved 20 points up, and I have dropped to almost 19k, which means there was that much amount of IV increase. There was actually no big movement in market. 15-20 points in Nifty is hardly nothing. Because there was some increase in IV, we saw that option premium increased and our M2M dropped from 67k to 19k. As we further move ahead, so this is when I decide to add some more quantity. So we had only 4,050, and as our M2M fell, I decided to add another 4,050 quantity and make it 8,100. And market is currently at 806, and you can see that I have shifted completely to 15,800. So everything has been shifted to 15,800, and I am currently at a profit of 31,000. So now I will show you what happens. Slowly we tend to recover everything as we move towards the end. You can keep a watch on M2M. So it comes to 85,000, 90,000, 1 lakh. And slowly as we move ahead, so I'll go towards 322. That's when we end up booking. So you can see around this time, 322, we end up booking everything at a profit of almost 1,05,000. So I try to book at a profit of 1,20,000, but due to slippages, it comes back down. So this way we end up booking everything at a profit of 1,05,000, and we also recover the loss, whatever we had on Thursday. So that was the entire day's trade, guys. So hope you got to learn something. And the important thing is we did proper shifting, as well as we exited the positions once we weren't sure of what would happen. So we exited everything with a profit, and we thought of re-entering the trade once we were comfortable. So those are the two key takeaways from this particular video, and I hope you enjoyed the video. So let's see how Tuesday's trading session goes for us, and if we can actually try to achieve our target sooner. So thank you so much for joining, guys. See you guys tomorrow.